Welcome, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to the special edition of Keeping It Real that we're doing once a month now. And we're doing our episode number 2 of Hustle and Heart. And what we look into by producing this is putting out an agent spotlight, someone that runs an incredible business inside of our business, someone that's making a difference in people's lives, someone that's become a dear friend of mine at the same time as well. And I'm so honored to be here with the one and only Miss Catherine Donovan. Catherine, welcome, and thank you for agreeing to do this with me today. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Troy. You're welcome. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
Good. Well, let's dive right in. Hey, first and foremost, most people don't know you like I know you, and the whole goal is to help give them a window into who you are. So just tell me a little bit about you, if you could.
Well, I'm a native of Southern Arizona. I've lived here my whole life. And in 2018, with the economic turndown that a lot of people had to endure, I went through the same thing. At that time, I sold my car dealership and my photography business and my Irish pub. Then I moved to Tucson in 2009 to reinvent myself. And at that time, I was working on my MBA at the University of Arizona. And my husband had mentioned, why don't I get my real estate license? He used to be a custom home builder and a real estate developer with land. And he said, with all your business background, I think you would do quite well. And I said, well, I'll do commercial, and I wanted to do a business brokerage to sell businesses. So I got my real estate license, and Prudential called me and said they need a relocation person in Southern Arizona. And I was like, what's that? And they said, we need someone to help corporate and government moves out of the Southern Arizona area. And I thought, okay, I'll do that while I'm finishing up my schooling. Once I got into it, I absolutely fell in love with it. And it taught me so much. And the number one thing it taught me is to go above and beyond for service. These people are in a real tough situation that they have to move so quickly and make so many decisions to move from Arizona to Nashville, Chicago. And so I felt I just felt them like with their hands tied. And so I thought, you know what, don't worry about it. Give me the keys and move. I'll take care of everything from here. And so it taught me to take care of clients, that even though I'm the real estate agent that's going to list their house, I'm that person that can help them have not so much stress on them. So I would get the yard person, I would get the handyman to do any repairs, I would get the house cleaners. And so it just continued throughout my career. So I go above and beyond for my clients because that's what they need. When you walk in for an interview for a listing, listen to them. What is it that they need? What are they so nervous about? It's about getting their house ready. And so that's the one thing I can do for them.
That's great. And you hit the nail on the head. That's something so near and dear to me, and it is becoming more important to me. I heard a speaker recently, and it's almost like a lead up because I have this book right next to my desk now. It's called Unreasonable Hospitality, and
Yeah.
I don't know if you've read it, but it's amazing. It's Will Guidara, and I won't go into the whole story, but it is the foundation which we are going to be leaning into so heavily next year in our organization.
We have to go beyond their expectations. That's what will make you successful. Mm-hmm.
We do, and it's making every touch point not good, not great, but exceptional, memorable, and clearly that's how you started in your career. And so you kind of told me how you got into real estate. It was through an unfortunate situation that led to a new beginning. And Catherine, every time I see you, you're all smiles. I mean, you seem like this is what you're meant to do and supposed to do. I mean, you were running 3 companies at one time, which is I don't know if any of you out there, just running one company is challenging enough, and you were running
Mhm.
three. So this is like a vacation for you, right? I'm just doing one company
Oh,
now.
yeah, right.
No,
No.
and obviously I say that in jest. There's so much that
Yeah.
happens inside of real estate and just inside one transaction, not to mention multiple. So you really are running multiple companies still when you look at it that way.
Yeah,
But
yeah, but I love what I do. I really, really enjoy it. I have formed amazing relationships and I bond with my clients because I care. I truly care.
yeah,
And with those relationships, my business just keeps growing and growing with the parents and then the kids and a cousin. And so my basis now is more referrals and past clients. And I think it's so important to take care of those clients over the years because it's your future business.
yeah. Catherine, you just gave a little nugget, and I'm hoping people pick that up right there. And it's it'll sound so cliche, but it's not. It's the foundation of a great business. Is it's
Hmm.
referrals, it's their kids,
Hmm.
it's their families. And you haven't been in the business that long. It was 2019 probably when you got your license, right? 2018, 2019?
No, 2009. I've been
2009.
doing
Okay,
this
I'm so
for,
sorry.
yeah,
So
16
sorry.
years.
Okay. Well, but regardless, so fast forward, you're
Hmm.
basically a referral only agent now at this point. I mean, you can get other business if you want to. You're able to advertise and build up that clientele on the outside if you want to too. But you're doing it really as you had sought out to do it, correct?
Correct. But you know what? Don't don't ever stop marketing yourself. I am blessed with past clients that I get future clients with, but I am always working on myself with marketing myself. And there's been a couple of things I've done this past year. I have a new website with luxury presence, which has given me a lot of feedback and referrals, people just looking at my website. The other thing I still use is reminder media. I send out my magazines probably about 3 times a year. And then also, I work with my title company to get my farming done in areas that I've sold a house and in areas with a buyer and a seller. So I never stop marketing myself. You never get comfortable.
Yeah, and that's another great nugget to share right there is I think as we get busier and busier and busier, it's so easy to forget to market. And it's so and when we're talking about marketing yourself internally with all of your
Hmm.
colleagues and
Yeah.
everyone around you and inside your company and with the
Hmm.
network of real estate professionals that you work with. And then it's marketing yourself in your sphere. So you're
Hmm.
continually marketing to your database because that's your ATM, that's your gold mine.
Hmm.
That's where the easiest business will come from for those that already know, like, and trust you. And then marketing yourself externally as well,
Hmm.
to where it's a little bit more paid media typically to do those things, whether you're doing direct mail, whether you're um, or a Zillow agent, whatever it might be that you do to put yourself out there. And only you know what works for you. But Catherine, you figured it out over the years
Hmm.
what's working for you. Now, question, does that evolve sometimes? What's working, what's not working in any given year?
Oh, that's a good question. Um, a lot of people talk about let's do a business plan for a whole year. I don't do
Mhm.
a business plan for the whole year. I always work 3 months in advance. And so I'm at this position and I see what I've done in the last 3 months. Now I'm going to see what I'm going to do the next 3 months. Things are evolving so quickly in the real estate market that you can't just say in January what I'm going to do for the whole year and it's going to end in December. You have to see what's going on. And so it's like, where do I need to market more? What do you need a plan of action?
Mhm.
Every 3 months, check back and check back.
Yeah.
And so that's what my success has been. And there's one other thing that I did find out when I was doing the marketing plan, I needed help
Mhm.
because I was getting so busy, I was forgetting to do, not so much forgetting, but I didn't have make the time to market myself because I was so busy working the real estate. So my best thing I did this year is I hired someone and so they make me accountable that we meet once a month, we go over what we're going to do, and then she takes it from me so I don't have to do it myself. best investment I've ever made.
Yeah, that's fantastic. And what you just said again, there's more gold in there. Um, if you're doing tasks and jobs that cost you
Hmm.
15 to 18 to $20 an hour to do, stop doing
Yeah,
those.
yeah,
Because if you're running a level of business like Catherine is, you are cutting your pay by doing that. And
yeah.
it
You
just
are.
doesn't make, you got to think of all the things you could be doing to generate income revenue. Most importantly, serving others. How do I serve others at the highest level? It takes time,
Hmm.
it takes effort, it takes intention to do that. And you were smart enough to say, okay, it's time. I need to hire somebody to get some sanity back in my life so I can get back in control. The other thing you talked
Yeah.
about was scheduling 3 months. So little difference between you and I is I do book a full year out in advance to say, okay, these are things I want to accomplish. These things I need to accomplish. These things I need to do with my family. All of those things all lay in a plan, excuse me. But inside
Hmm.
that plan, there's doorways down the hallway. And I peek in those doorways. And sometimes I might open the door and go down a different hallway. It's okay.
Hmm.
I adjust my plan, but I'm still working towards the same things that I want to work towards. And I think it's very similar to what you said. If you look 3 months out, things are changing so rapidly. If you look at Arizona real estate, the last 6 months, inventory's been on the rise. It's been going
Hmm.
crazy for the last 6 months, which has slowed everything down in greater Phoenix. So
Yeah.
your plan has to change and evolve when that takes
Has
place.
to change
It
with
has
the
to.
evolution of what's going on. Hmm.
Yeah. Listings are always king, but now keep getting your listings. Don't take your foot off the gas of getting listings. But at the same time, you might want to pick up a buyer or two, and
Yeah,
help a little bit
and
with that
that's
also.
exactly right. And that's interesting that you brought that up. And that's why I do the 3 month quarterly marketing.
Yeah.
Is I understand there's so much inventory with listings, and it's like, you know what? I need buyers, and
Mhm.
so that's how I readjust. Is
Yeah.
I have to start looking at ways to get buyers so I can draw an income for the next 3 months. And so that's how I I do the planning for the 3 months. Is what is going on right now.
Yeah. So you still market to your listings. However, I'm going to market a little bit over here too to try to pick up some buyers at the same time,
Yeah.
which
Hmm.
is a good, healthy business. And it's great that you're working on and in the business, right? So what you're doing is you're calculating what's taking place by following the data and the trends that are taking place at the same time. So I love that. To close up today, I like to ask a simple question. What are two things that you do, non-negotiables, that continually help you succeed in this business? And it can be anything. It can be time. I spend more time with my family. I get more. I go on vacation and my phone rings more often. It can be anything. But what are two things that you would love to share with someone that's looking to grow their business or is growing their business right now that could help them?
Okay, this is where I want to touch base on financial responsibility for agents. There's so many agents that start out that they can make a lot of money in 1 year. And that's when they buy their cars, they do their vacations, they buy toys. Make sure you get a PLLC with a tax accountant so you know how to pay quarterly. So you are not stuck with a big tax bill at the end of the year that you can't pay for because you've already blown the money. Make sure that PLLC pays you with a W-2 for your financial future in the future when you retire. People don't understand we're an independent contractor and we are business owners. And so we have to run our business as an individual. And so that W-2 will form your Social Security so you do have a pension when you get to that time. The other thing is get yourself a financial advisor so the money that you have, put away for your future. Look at your future. And so that's one thing I do every quarter is meet with my tax accountant.
Yeah.
The other big thing, the most important thing, is I stay in contact with all my clients, current and past. But like Fridays, I always call my buyers and I always look to see if there's any new properties. And it's like, do you want to go out and see anything this week? I just found this weekend, I just found some. Mondays are sellers. I call the sellers on Monday and let them know how the traffic was, homes.com, how their views are doing. So with those two, you have to be in contact with them so they know you are actively involved. You're not ignoring them.
Yeah, yeah, there's so much right there. Being fiscally responsible with your finances, it is a thing, and it is difficult. And you hit the nail on the head. We are so proud to be a business services company. That's how this company was forged 46 years ago, I think now at this point. But it's a business services company, and it provides services for people to build a business, not just sell a
Build a
home.
business. Mhm.
Yeah, it's all about building a business. And if you're building a business correctly, then you have a sellable asset as well, which is why
Oh, and
you
we
want to be
have the asset. Are you kidding? We're Berkshire Hathaway. When I
right.
walk through a door and I'm Berkshire Hathaway, everybody has such awe of our company. And when I share what Berkshire Hathaway will do for them, I don't do it so much as I'm going to do this for you. This is what my company will do for you. And
Mhm.
it gives it a stronger and more solid image of what we do.
Yeah, we're so blessed to have that implied credibility with everything that we do with
Mhm.
our parent
Yeah.
company being Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, then Home Service America, Berkshire Hathaway Inc. As our
Mhm.
parent
Yeah.
company, and we're very very
Mhm.
blessed to have that. But the other thing you talked about, Catherine, goes with anything that you do in business. It's discipline. You are on
Yeah.
Fridays. You got it down. Fridays is all about the buyers. I need to make sure I'm communicating effectively, and they're understanding what's taking place in the market. If there's anything new out there that they may want to see, they need to know that I'm working hard for them. Mondays, it's all about the sellers. I need
Mhm.
for them to understand this is what happened over the weekend. Hey, you know what? It's been sitting a little while. Are you ready to exercise that change order that I had you sign? Because we weren't agreeing on
Mhm.
price at the time. Whatever it
Yeah.
is, it's all about communication. Because as we know, buyers and sellers, the worst thing you can do is let them sit for too long, and they're like, what are
Oh,
they even
mhm.
doing for me right now? And it's
Exactly.
something that you're so good at, Catherine. So
Thank
uh,
you. Thank you.
thank you for spending the time today on our agent spotlight of hustle and heart. I
You're
am
welcome.
so proud of you, and I'm so excited to watch your business continue to grow in Tucson, Arizona. So thank you for all you do. Thank you for being part of the company. And hey, if anyone needs to get a hold of you, how do they get a hold of you?
They can get a hold of me through donovanaz@hotmail.com. Give me a phone call. And one thing I want everyone to know is if anybody needs any help to form a PLLC, my tax accountant is a former IRS agent. And so he knows how to put these things together. And the most important thing is when you do form a PLLC, there is a verbiage that you need in your PLLC, which I learned. I was turned down 3 times by the Arizona Department of Real Estate because I didn't word it right. And so I do have that information if anybody needs it.
That's great. Thank you, Catherine. And for those of you in California, Nevada, I'm sure this gentleman or this whoever this is person is
Mhm.
can direct you to the right folks in your market
Yes,
as
you
well.
can.
So
Yes.
awesome. Well, thanks for the time, Catherine. Thank
You're
you for giving
welcome.
such great advice out there, and look forward to seeing you soon.
Me
Bye for
too.
now.
Thanks, Troy.